Hello guys, welcome to Saturday, July 1st. Yeah, today is the 20th anniversary of Hong Kong's quote-unquote return to China, but let's put that away, because today's main topic is not about that. Remember a few days ago I said Assassin's Creed 3 review in progress, because I think in order to make a better review I need to play a bit of the game to, make sure I have the better viewpoint, to compare between the games and the stories and stuff. So here we are. Played quite a bit of the game. So, and now for the reading the book. So today it's gonna be Assassin's Creed Forsaken book review. Book 5 out of 7. Well, the Ezio era have ended officially in the game and in this book, and I have to say, the author managed to separate the book from the game really well. Now, there's a few ways that he did this. First, nearly half of the main character from the book is Haytham Kenway, which is the guy you need to kill in Assassin's Creed 3, where you play as Connor Kenway, Haytham's son, albeit you still play the first 3 sequences in Assassin's Creed 3 as Haytham. So yeah, it has the totally opposite perspective. It's the first book in the whole series that they use a Templar's perspective, albeit an assassin turned Templar perspective. So they managed to do a great job there. Secondly, nearly half of the book is not, nearly half of the book's story is not in the game. Like until like page 200 of about 470 is that the first 200 pages are exclusively about Haytham. Well, he's growing up in England. His father got killed, and he followed Reginald Birch, which is the Templar Grandmaster. I believe Haytham's father is Edward Kenway. I believe. I need to read Black Flag to know for sure, but yeah. So some Templars people come and kill Edward Kenway, and then Reginald, which is the Templar Grandmaster at the time, just take Haytham and trained Haytham to be a killer. So, and he in doing so trained Haytham from being as an assassin to Templar. But Haytham, in his mind, when he knows the truth that his father is an assassin, he wants to be an assassin, but he just can't break away the chains, all the stuff outside, try to control him, his responsibilities, all that stuff. And the books really show his psychological war against himself, the assassin self against the Templar self. That is illustrated really well. And and this book is really good. Like, it's like I said that the book and the game has got separated so much, and this way the author ensure that the game's bad reviews, bad critics won't affect the book sales, which is good, which is a good commercial decision, but also give us a lot more insight than in the whole story. Because in Assassin's Creed 3, the game, basically as Connor, you're enacting revenge against Haytham, because Haytham's gang, or Haytham's Templar people, Charles Lee, all that stuff, quote unquote killed his mother, and Haytham has set off to revenge for his natives, because the colonists has bought out his village and stuff. So yeah, the book and the game has a lot of uniques. They both have new bits added to the story itself. In the book, you got a lot of Haytham's life growing up, his family managing to save Jenny and his friends in Europe, going to Ottoman Empire territory to save Jenny. So a lot of story added there, but also in 3, in the game, you as Connor will meet Achilles. Spoilers. Sorry I didn't put spoiler alert, like ages started the start of it, but spoiler alert, you should know it. Connor actually got trained by Achilles, and very old Achilles. I don't know if Achilles will die. I think he does. I think he will be killed by Haytham. I think that's my guess though. I haven't played the whole game. I only played until sequence 5. I played at the end of sequence 5, now at the start of sequence 6, which is Connor's grew up. I think he's setting off to do the Boston Tea Party thing and somehow kill William Johnson. So yeah. Whereas the game did a lot of stuff of, you know, of the missions, you know, Connor killing the Templar people, but through the book, they're really, you know, they're described really abstractly. Like, William Johnson is dead. I don't like him anyway. So like, it's just a couple of sentences. Someone's dead, and then you know who killed him, because otherwise who is there? Like, and yeah, it's somehow made the game and the book very incomparable, which is good in Assassin's Creed 3 case. And this marks, you know, a lot of different things done by the author of, you know, not in the first 4 books of about Ezio and Altair, whereas the first 4 books they totally mirror the game, only cut out the modern bits. This one, as I said, the author did a lot of expanding through him writing his own things, and provided a lot of backstory as of why, when you play the game, why is Haytham a Templar yet he has the assassin's logo hidden blade on his right arm or something? Why? Like, the data, even if I look into the database of Haytham Kenway in the game, they don't know. Like Sean who writes the database, he doesn't know why. Maybe he stole it, that's his guess, but through Forsaken, the book, we actually know how he got the blades. Actually, I think it's his father's blades, and then it's just passed down to him. And the book also very vividly describes, you know, what Haytham dreams to do in the US, because of, you know, his deep within his subconscious, he's still originally being trained to be an assassin in his father's mind. So he always wants to be an assassin in some ways. He always yearns freedom, but he just can't do it because all the external stuff, because how he's knee deep in Templar matters when he's in the States. So and when he sees Connor, he thinks a lot. He always thinks that Connor is the man that he always yearns to be, and he's always trying to tell Connor the truth. Like, I always want to be an assassin. Like, we are all chasing the same goal. We're all I'm telling the truth always, because you're my son, and I'm always telling you, you know, I also want the revolution. But I don't think, like Haytham doesn't think George Washington is suited for being the leader of the revolution, because, like, and he tries to convince Connor by telling him that actually is George Washington that lead the armies to burn down Connor's village and killing his mum. So yeah, and the book really illustrates a lot of psychological struggles in not only the struggles of wanting to become an assassin, but also the struggles of his love life, his thoughts about his love life with Theo, and also his it shows a lot of his inner thinking, whereas the game just mainly focuses in Connor, but Connor's thinking is so simple, just revenge, 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 and kill all the Templars. So yeah, so it's a really good decision by the author to just focus on Haytham a lot instead of Connor, because Haytham as a character has a lot more areas that can be explored, from his origins to why did he turn Templar and all that jazz. So yeah, and the book is in the middle is Haytham's main story, but it's being wrapped around by a bit of Connor's story in it. But in the start, where he realized it starts at the end, like at the end, after Connor read Haytham's journal, is that he just basically he always thought that Haytham is lying, but he isn't. He's always trying to tell the truth, and after he read the journal, Connor realizes, and maybe he shouldn't kill Haytham. And it kind of at the end, at the epilogue, he just he does a bit of regret, and he just kind of retired after killing Connor, or after killing Haytham. Yeah, he think he failed himself, and in some ways he did, because somehow the answers he seek for isn't the answers that he necessarily think of. So yeah, a really, really deep book when you compare to Revelations, Brotherhood, the first 4 books. It's very deep, a lot more mind thinking, or I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I'll definitely recommend it. Don't play the game. Don't play it. Just yeah, you might not want to play the game, but at least read the book. After reading the book, you might be interested in playing the game. I mean, that's how I get into playing Assassin's Creed 3. First, Ubisoft give it away for free because Assassin's Creed has like 10th anniversary or UB 30 anniversary or whatever, I forgot. But they give out Assassin's Creed 3 for free. Assassin's Creed 3 for free. And I got it, and after read this book, I somehow got interested and just play it. It got good story, but let's stop it there because it's not a great game. So anyway, this is a good book. This is a really, really solid book, and it's said at summaries that conspiracy and betrayals around him as he is drawn into the centuries of battle between the assassins and the Templars. That's right. Like, Haytham is a deadly killer, of course, but like his allegiance is with the Templars, but yet he yearns to be an assassin, and that is so conflicting. It's wow. Yeah, he's always questioning everything, and like he always wants to be an assassin, and seeing Connor becoming an assassin, but eventually killing him, he is actually kind of happy in his own mind because oh, my son is finally someone that I always want to be. Yeah, good job you. And finally when Connor saw this journal, is a sort of realization, and I can't help but feel sorry for both Connor and Haven Kenway, more so for Haven Kenway, because he wants to go for his dreams so much, but yet he can't do it. And his son didn't realize this fact, and this makes this story quite a bit sad. Yeah, is not the ending isn't happy in a sense. It's not the most happiest ending ever, but yeah. And also, this book, other than also has another broken tradition from first 4 books, is that it basically have no mention of the Apple of Eden, except, you know, when Seoli led Connor into that door and Connor can't unlock it and stuff. Other than that bit, there are no visions. There are no Juno or Minerva coming out and speak things to Haytham. There's no such thing as that. Like, it's just a sort of that era. Like, there's some mention of those who come before the first civilization, because that's what Haytham and the Templars want to seek, and that is why the Templars sent Haytham to the States in the first place, because of the key and the Apple of Eden and stuff. So yeah, this is a good book. I'm running out of things to say, so might as well try to end it here, I suppose. Yeah, this book has very little mention of the piece of Eden, or the pieces of Eden, after the seal and Haytham door thing. Whereas in the game, there's quite a lot of mention of the piece of Eden, because Connor actually has touched the piece of Eden, and Juno just led him into a sort of vision or such. And you got Desmond and the gang trying to unlock the door that would help prevent apocalypse or something. So yeah, which is good. That, like, just completely ignore the piece of Eden is the best way to just cut away the more ties from Assassin's Creed to modern world, because the first 4 books, what they did is half and half. Like, it's half and half. I know where they've cut the bits related to modern, just cut the words and stuff, but this one has just cut the whole section, because in Haytham's view they just didn't find it, which makes sense. So yeah, it's a very good read. And it's a really good book. I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely better. It's not better. It's equal in terms when you compare to the first 4 books. Well, it's definitely better than Secret Crusade, but when you count the story, Ezio's 3 books are definitely better. But when you count how it manages to cut away its modern ties, this book does the best for now. So yeah, definitely read this in someday. So yeah, coming book is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Now, I don't have the game Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so I won't be able to do play the game and then to compare and review. I may just resort to watching Let's Play videos like the first 4 books. So yeah, but this one is about Edward Kenway, which is, I believe, Haytham's father, because this story is in 1719. This book is set in 1719, I believe. So yeah, this will be interesting. And the game being an open world, having so much different locations, how do they wove the whole main story together. It's gonna be quite interesting to read. Hopefully, but I think this one will do quite a lot of mirroring between the book and the game, because this one's point of view is Edward, which is who you play as in Black Flag, which is different from Forsaken, where you play as Connor, but the book describes Hatham, Kenway. So yeah, get confused by Kenways yet? Yeah, kind of. Sorry, I did a very bad job of doing the comparisons and everything, but hey, it's book 6 out of 7 or 8 because Underworld. But yeah, look forward to next time. Next book review, when I review Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'm basically doing coursework and stuff. Not much to tell about. So yeah, tomorrow we may go to Macau though, me and my mum and my father. So maybe, look forward to that. So yeah, that's it for today from me. Thanks for watching this book review of Assassin's Creed Forsaken, and as always, let's meet back the next time, shall we?